Base running to me has always been like the black sheep of the baseball family when it comes to baseball improvement. Many players and coaches don't practice base running as much as offense or defense because of one common false belief. They associate great base running with running speed, and they think that there's no real skill involved. A common belief is that if you're a fast runner, that also means that you're a great base runner. And if you're not a fast runner, that means you're not a great base runner. This couldn't be further from the truth. And if you want to do the most important thing in baseball, score runs, then quality base running has to be a top priority. In today's Bullpen Bulletin, I'm giving you my top 3 qualities of an elite base runner, so you can fully understand that base running is a skill that anyone can be great at, regardless of your running speed. Hey team, I'm Coach Hart, this is Building Better Baseball, and this is the best place for baseball education. If you're new to the channel and we've never met, I want to say welcome to the team. If we've already met before, then welcome back. This channel is specifically for youth baseball players and coaches to help them improve their game. I come out with weekly videos that cover all areas of baseball. And plus, I always have a free downloadable guide for you that's down in the description so that after this video, you can take your game even further. So don't miss that at the end. But now, let's make sure that we know the top 3 qualities of an elite base runner. Number 1, all elite base runners understand that base running is a skill. The one thing about base running that should always be remembered is that base running is a skill. And since base running is a skill, that means that it can be practiced and improved on just like any other skill in baseball. Many players hold the belief that great base running is directly linked to their running speed. And with this mindset, they believe that if they're not a fast runner, that means that they can't improve their base running skills. This is called a fixed mindset, and it's more common than you think. Great base runners have a growth mindset when it comes to running the bases. They understand that base running is a skill, and just because they may not be the fastest runner, that doesn't mean that they can't be a great base runner. Having a growth mindset will set the stage for your entire baseball career because that means that you believe that you can improve. When I was playing baseball throughout my career, I was never a fast runner. As you may know, we time players in baseball in the 60-yard dash, and just for a benchmark of a fast time, I would say between 6.8 and 7.2 seconds is a fast time. My fastest time was a 7.6, so I definitely wasn't the Flash running out there on the field. But even though I wasn't fast, I was always top 3 on my team for runs scored. How is this possible? This is possible because even though I wasn't fast, I was great at the skill of base running. I knew how to be a base runner, and you can too if you understand that base running is a skill that you can always improve on. Number 2, elite base runners are always ready to make a next move. Baseball is a unique sport because it's a sport that's not constantly in motion. Sports like basketball, soccer, and lacrosse are always in motion until time is called out, the ball goes out of bounds, or play stops somehow. This means that your focus is required at all times, but those games make it easy because those games are constantly in motion. Baseball is different. Even though baseball requires your focus at all times, the game makes it much harder because there's a stoppage of play after every pitch. The game is constantly in play and then not in play and then not in play. And as a player, this means that it's much easier to lose focus and not be prepared for the next play. This is where great base runners excel. Great base runners are always ready to make a next move. They're always ready to capitalize on the defensive mistakes. That's how they take so many extra bases. When you rely only on your teammates at bat to hit you around the bases, that won't be enough. There are some games where your team just can't buy a hit. And on those days, you'll take more bases and score more runs only if you're alert, you're focused, and you're ready to make a next move and capitalize on the defensive mistakes. That's the sign of a great base runner. If you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can catch every weekly video exactly like this one. Now, let's move on to number 3. Number 3, an elite base runner's preparation never ends. Great base runners are not only prepared when they're actively running the bases, like we just talked about in the previous point, they're also preparing themselves before the game and before every pitch. There are 2 huge ways that you can give yourself an advantage on the bases. The first way is to watch the other team during pregame warmups. You're specifically watching the outfielders. You're watching how they field the ball, what kind of arm strike they have, do they hit their cutoff man, and pretty much everything about how they play the outfield. This information will greatly help you when you get out on the bases because you'll know exactly which hits you should run on and which ones you shouldn't. You'll know if you can take the next base on a hit to right field because in the pregame warmups you saw that the right fielder didn't have a strong arm and they always miss their cutoff man. Same thing goes for if a player has a strong arm and they always hit their cutoff man. You know that you should probably stay at the base. The second way to prepare is to check the outfielder's positioning before every pitch. If you're on second base and you see that the center fielder is shading toward right field and you see the left fielder is playing towards the line and then the batter hits the ball to the left center gap, you can safely say that that ball won't be caught because of where the defense is positioned. Great base runners use this strategy to anticipate whether a ball will fall or be caught. This is how they seem to always have a great read on the ball, or they're said to be lucky, when all they did was check where the outfielders were playing all along. If you pay attention to these small details of the game, you'll immediately increase your base running IQ and you'll become an elite base runner. If you're playing on a travel baseball team and you're not getting as much playing time as you'd like, becoming a great base runner is a perfect way to get on the field. When it's a close game, a coach wants a pinch runner who's an elite base runner who can score runs for the team. And this is just one of many ways that you can get more playing time for your team. And that's exactly what my free guide is today that I have for you. If you're looking to get more playing time on your travel baseball team, then my free guide down below is perfect for you. This guide explains 5 simple things that you can do to get more playing time. It's free and I made it for you. Be sure to grab it before you go. Thanks for spending some time with me today. I hope this video helped you understand that great base running is not all about how fast you can run, and that you can be an elite base runner no matter what your running speed is. I'll see you next week for another edition of the Bullpen Bulletin.